Our speaker is Irene Teulings from the University of Oslo, Norway. Today, she presents her talk on the topic, Disentangling Gratitude and Love, a network analysis into their unique links to well-being and cultural differences.
Hi everyone, my name is Irene Teulings and I'm a PhD student at the University of Oslo and currently a gratitude fellow of the Love Consortium, where I've been doing this project on gratitude and love, which I'm going to talk about today, which is a project where we did a network analysis into their unique links to well-being as well as some cultural differences. So gratitude interventions have become increasingly popular over the last few years, both in a positive psychology field among scholars, researchers, policymakers, as well as in clinical practice. Specifically, when the pandemic hit, lots of psychology experts advised practicing gratitude to deal with the hardship of the lockdown. And these campaigns have had success, and gratitude has become this insanely popular topic on TikTok, Instagram, self-help apps like Calm and Headspace, and just like the internet in general. However, the evidence for these practices is still a little bit shaky. So the effectiveness of these gratitude interventions remain debated, and scholars have pointed out the need to know why and compare to what they would work. Well, this line of work is built on Barbara Fredrickson's broaden and build framework, and the broaden and build theory of positive emotions proposes that positive emotional experiences help us broaden and build psychological and social resources, which in turn then result in greater well-being. So essentially, these positive emotions like gratitude and love lead to this upward spiral to well-being. As an offshoot of this broaden and build theory of positive emotions, Barbara Fredrickson has developed the positivity resonance theory of co-experienced positive affect. And this theory offers a framework for understanding how recurrent day-to-day experiences of love as an emotion compound over time to build personal resources that roll over into other positive well-being outcomes. And so this theory identifies the emotion of love as a collective state and argues that these collective, or rather shared, positive emotions have stronger effects than individually experienced positive emotions. Building on these frameworks, one could thus argue that love as a shared collective emotion would have a stronger impact on well-being outcomes than gratitude would have. Could then maybe a love intervention be more effective at increasing well-being than a gratitude intervention? So let's zoom in on these two emotions here, gratitude and love, and what are these feelings / emotions? So we could think of gratitude as this feeling that you get when either someone has gone out of their way to do something good for you or something nice for you, and you get the urge to do something back and get closer to this person, and you just generally feel very thankful and appreciative. Then love is exists both in a romantic and non-romantic context. So you feel a great deal of love for or dedication towards someone. You want to show this person your support. You could rely on them to be there for you, or you just generally feel like you could really trust this person. These are all like examples, but generally you could feel love for a romantic partner, your family, friends, a pet, the weather, a god, anything. And the literature has pointed out many conceptual and empirical similarities between these two emotion experiences. Similar situations can elicit these emotion experience, like here being with your friends and like feeling some social connection. And these experiences also often result in similar things. So, for instance, wanting to give back or feeling this increased commitment towards other people. So, in short, these emotions are elicited, appraised, and acted upon in similar ways. And thus, gratitude and love, there's many similarities. However, literature has more and more pointed out the need to dissect different positive emotions. And so we wondered, how do these emotions manifest in unique ways? So we know that both gratitude and love are key to optimal well-being. But yeah, it's unclear how these emotions uniquely contribute to different facets of well-being. So first, to dive into the existing literature a little bit, gratitude and well-being have often been associated. Gratitude has been linked to higher positive affect, more life satisfaction, flourishing, less negative affect, stress, anxiety, and depressive symptoms. However, there's also some research showing that there is no link between gratitude and ill-being, so results are a bit mixed there. And then lastly, it has also been related to higher mental health. So as you see here, we really dissect between different aspects of well-being based on existing frameworks. And then we did the same for love. There's not so much work yet on the relationship between love and specific hedonic well-being outcomes, but generally love has been related to more eudaimonic well-being outcomes like flourishing and less experienced negative affect, stress, anxiety, and depressive symptoms, so ill-being, and also increased mental health. So in this study, we then looked gratitude, like, do they have unique pathways to well-being? So our emotion measures here were, in the past week, to what extent did you experience either gratitude or love? So we asked participants both questions. And then in terms of well-being measures, like I said, we divided between different well-being aspects, and we asked participants about their life satisfaction, their self-acceptance, or how good they felt about themselves, if they had meaning and purpose in life. We asked them about their stress and tiredness and depressive symptoms, and we just asked them to rate their mental health overall. Then we also included a measure for cultural factors, and that was the Global Collectivism Index. Then our sample consisted of 24,000 individuals on the dot, and they came from 63 countries in total. As you can see, our sample is quite diverse, and it was just a cross-sectional convenience sample, and the data were collected during the first wave of lockdown. So we did some network analyses, and just first maybe some basic interpretation guidelines. In a network analysis is basically a partial correlation matrix. So all the associations that you see are corrected for the variables' relationships to the other variables in the network. The blue lines that you see represent positive partial associations, and the red lines that you see represent negative associations. So for instance, we see here that love and satisfaction with life were positively associated after accounting for the other variables in the network. So generally, as an overall sort of finding, we see that mostly the well-being aspects were very highly connected to each other, and the emotion variables. But we were, of course, interested in the links between these two different sets of variables. And so what we found here was that gratitude and love shared several links, namely to life satisfaction and meaning and purpose in life, which was the second eudaimonic well-being aspect here. And then in terms of uniqueness, we found that love had stronger links compared to gratitude to feeling good about oneself, to ill-being, and to mental health. Then lastly, we looked at moderators, and we found that collectivism moderated the relationship between love and mental health, in the sense that collectivistic culture showed stronger positive links between love and mental health. So overall, our findings, first on the shared side, we see that both love and gratitude are strongly related to hedonic well-being outcomes, that is, in this study, that was life satisfaction, as well as to some eudaimonic well-being outcomes in this study, meaning and purpose in life. And then in terms of their uniqueness, we found that love and gratitude differentiated on their links to self-acceptance, ill-being, and mental health. And we saw that love actually had stronger links to all of these well-being outcomes. Then what to make or how to make sense of all this? First of all, we see that individuals' well-being is closely tied to both gratitude and love experiences. And then we see that overall love experiences have stronger links to well-being aspects. So then this made us wonder, could indeed love be a better target for well-being interventions? If love as an emotion or love, like experiences of love, have stronger links to more well-being aspects, then one could think that an intervention targeted at these experiences could be more beneficial or have more impact than a gratitude intervention. And then lastly, when building these interventions, based on our findings, we really show that cultural factors should be taken into account there. I want to give a huge thank you to the Love Consortium for funding this project and giving me the opportunity to do this research. We are going to build upon these findings and look into a daily diary data set and see if we can replicate our cross-sectional findings there. And so a huge thank you to the Love Consortium for their continuous support. And I also want to thank my collaborators that you see here on the screen for bringing this project to life, first of all, and helping out and really shaping this project into what it has become. They've all been an incredible help to me. And then lastly, I want to thank you all for listening, and please feel free to reach out if you want to discuss this any further. I'm looking forward to all the other presentations in this Love conference, and I hope to connect with you all.